Good morning. It's Saturday morning, and I'm pulling out to go get the sod for the jobs that we got today. And it's quite a trek to get over to the sod place. Quite a trek. So and there's Zach right there. Hey, have you heard from Katie this morning? You have to wait on her, man. If you're, just hang. Hey, make sure you put that blower in the truck, man. So Tammy knows y'all coming. You're gonna have to get that dirt right, man. It's gonna be hard. I gotta go to Whitesburg, dude. So I'll meet y'all over there. All right. Yeah. Yeah, man. Again, I can't see today. It's so foggy out. We got a lot of rain late last night. I debated on whether I believe it's even going to work today. But we got to, man. Get this freaking side job done. And y'all know that one over there where we had that stump grinding? You know, that lady, you know, she's spinning so good and doing so and everything that she's, you know, I feel kind of bad, really, even though she knows everything that's happened over there is not all, you know, it's really outside of my control. Everywhere, you know, everything from dealing with the city, you know, and taking 2.5 months to get approval, and she knew that was going to end up costing her the critical time, right? Because by law, we really, I don't even lay sod this time of year. Rarely do I do sod jobs this time of year. Rarely. Now, you guys know that I don't really particularly do sod that great, you know, but the only way I'm gonna do any kind of grass is gonna have to be sod. If it's not sod, I ain't doing it. So, yeah. What's going on with the trailer, with the trailer lights? The brake thing. Yeah, the brakes are working, but the lights ain't, man. It's always something, y'all. That sucks. Yeah. Yeah, man. But y'all know on that job over there where up there where we took that tree down, they ground the stump, and then we went over there to clean up all the clippings, and then the stump grinder guy had to come back. See, I haven't been over there since he came back, so that ground's gonna have to be right, man, because we ain't gonna be having time to be you know, going and getting dirt and all this, man. So that ground's gonna have to be good. You know, getting dirt is just another point of emphasis that's gonna cost money. And see, she's spent a lot of money, but I've spent a whole heap of time over there, and I can't work for free. And a lot of the costs have been outside. Well, all the extra costs have been outside of my control and outside of her control. And, you know, she's been real graceful about everything, but she knew what it was when she started this process dealing with the city on removing that little tree. And she knew then it was going to cost her a bunch of money. You know, I don't know what she was thinking, you know, and she hasn't said anything negative about how much money it's costing or blah, blah, or blah, blah, or blah. But it's cost her a bunch of money. I mean, I can tally it up real quick here. What, 1,400, 1,800. She's in it $2,000, $1,900, give or take, and she ain't even paid for the sod yet. See, and that's pretty freaking expensive, man. And then, you know, I call the sod place, and they're wanting $400 something a pallet for sod for the tip Bermuda, and that's the same. That's the grass she wants, the same grass that we put on the other side. But the only difference is when we put it on the other side, it didn't cost $450 a pallet. It was like, I think my total cost, labor-wise and everything, was like $600 a pallet. So that means that it costs her right around $300 a pallet. But the sod farm, they are stupid expensive right now. The only way that I'm able to make any money on it and not just be, I mean, it's so high expensive right now to do this job that if I had a choice, I wouldn't even do it, man. Not that I'm making a lot of money or not making any money or whatever, but I wouldn't do it based on the simple fact that it's costing so much. And when things cost a lot, I cost a lot. And I'm not even charging her up fee on the sod. The only money that I'm gonna make, and I'm not really making anything, but the only money that I'm gonna generate on above the sod price is the delivery. Normally, I can get sod a lot cheaper, and if I waited another 2 weeks, I could get sod from my sod dealer down at my regular place where I buy mulch and everything. I could get sod from them, Bermuda sod from them, for about $230 a pallet. But see, they're not wanting to wait 2 weeks. They're hounding me about getting the sod. So my sod guy, y'all heard some of the conversation the other day, my sod dealer, the regular people that I get sod from, he couldn't even get me none until at the earliest next week, and he wasn't sure about that either. And see, I can't keep putting this job off. I need to get this job behind me so I can move on to something else. So I told her all of this, right? I said I could probably get it cheaper, but it'd probably be 2 or 3 weeks before we did it. But see, I know 2 or 3 weeks from now, it's not going to be, well, the temperature's going to start cooling off. We want the sod to sort of, kind of take before it goes dormant, right? If we wait till the middle of September, then there's a really good chance that the sod will not take, and it ain't. You know, for the most part, it'll be fine because, you know, but you won't really know that until the next year, next season, when everything starts growing back again. We need to get that sod in, and you know, if she can't wait a couple of weeks, and I'm good with that, because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna make quite as much money, but I got to get it out of the way, y'all. I mean, I'm sick of that job. I mean, everything about that job over there is just time-consuming mess. That's what it is. It's a time-consuming freaking mess. And I'm like, man, I don't even want to do the job. So, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, today, the only way that I'm making any money is the mere fact that I'm buying 2 pallets, and it's a little bit cheaper when you buy 2 pallets, and I can deliver it and pick it up. See, that's where I'm gonna make the money at. That's where I'm gonna make, you know, because if one pallet is 400 and whatever dollars, it's 400 and some change. For one, I'm buying two, so I'm getting it for like $360 or something like that. But I can't charge as much of a delivery fee. See, I'm only charging $80 for the delivery fee when the sod company charges $175, and that's a flat rate whether you're buying 3 pallets or 1 pallet, you know. And I know that if I shopped around, right, that I could get a better price on sod. But sometimes shopping around, there ain't time for that. See, it's all about the time. I'm not going to be wanting to deal with this next week and the week after that during the week and having to deal, you know. I need to be in control of the timing. And this way, I'm in control of the timing of the job. And that is, I mean, to me, that's the most important thing there is. As long as the customer agrees to the price and she knows the timing is critical, and she knows that if she waited 2 or 3 weeks, she could probably save, you know, 150 bucks. That's what she's seeing at the end of the day. Because I'm not charging any more for labor, you know. She would probably save, let's see, she would probably save 180 bucks. So it's costing her $180 more than what it would if she waited 3 weeks or longer. So if she's okay with that, I ain't happy about it, but that is what it is, right? I mean, you know, I'm not. See, it's just ugly, man. I'm not a sod installer per se. I'm doing this because, well, 6 years ago or so, I installed the grass on the other side of her front yard. I did her whole front yard. I took a tree out, ground a stump down, and installed grass. So that's why she's having me come back, because she wants it to look like the other side. And anybody can make it look like the other side, but she don't trust it, just anybody. So the timing is the biggest thing to me. I got to be in control of the timing of these jobs. And the other job, so what I did yesterday, run this down real quick. So what I did yesterday, after me and Zach got done, I went home, ate the Sammy, and I took the Bobcat over to that job where me and Zach ripped out that juniper, because we're gonna put another pallet over there. I'm getting 2 pallets of sod, so I'm getting it a little bit cheaper than the 4 whatever. I think I'm getting it for like $380 or something. I'm saving a little bit of money on it by getting 2 pallets. And if you get 4 pallets or more, well, the price gets a little bit cheaper. It's significant, you know. Yeah, it is significant. So there's just, I mean, it's just been a nightmare, dude. This job and the whole process has been a nightmare. And though I haven't taken a hit on the money too bad, I just don't, you know, I'm just not the type of contractor that solely focuses on the money. I know you might think that, but when I see it getting way out of hand, then I'm you know, trying to cut corners. And I don't like cutting corners, but the mere fact of the availability and the timing and all has made me have to take a hit on the money somewhat. That shit is heavy, boy. cool machine they got right there. So they're gonna put the front one on first, and then that works, man. So I put the ramps down so he can bring it in from the back. Well, that shit, ooh, it's gonna be a mess, man. See how muddy that shit is? I may try to get some drone footage on my way out, y'all. I'll pull out down here and we'll fly over some of the big fields and stuff. Look at all that Bermuda, man. It's just muddy, man. But it's just, I mean, y'all gotta admit, this job has been one freaking nightmare after another. I'm finna get out of the way, Zach. I'm finna get out of the way. Hang on. I got it. So y'all see, man, we built the grade up a little bit, and we know the edge. It's pretty rough looking though, but it'll get better. The ground was so muddy, there wasn't nothing we could really do. We couldn't, you know. It is what it is. But I thought it looked pretty good. On to the next one. Oh my God. I'm not sure where I'm gonna put you guys. Not hardly no place to really put y'all. Where you can see everything. Yeah, I'll stack a couple of these brick up. I'd like to be able to put y'all right out here, but this is gonna be the best view, ain't it? From right here. You know? So y'all see the before, and if y'all look real good, y'all see, I can put it on the building. Y'all see that, well, there's still a lot of debris on the ground, but well, basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna come along this grass line edge with the power rake and get all that. See, right here is a problem. So ain't nothing I can do with that.
So no matter what, well, we're not gonna make it this far in anyway. This is gonna be, a pallet's gonna, I mean, yeah. So I'm debating whether we should put grass right here or not. There they are right there. He can just pull up. Okay, y'all, so this is as good as it's going to get over here. Tell you what, we're gonna get a roller and roll it tomorrow. I'm gonna kind of walk on the edges, some of the edges. Whenever I do sod though, y'all, it never looks as good, that great when I first do it, man. You know, it just never does. So the look here that we're gonna do is we're gonna pine straw all of this, okay? We couldn't, I mean, if they did one more pallet of sod, that would be what I would want, right? I would want them to bring sod all the way up this line to about right here, right on the outside of that big root thing going under the air conditioner, and then pine straw that. But that's not how it's going to work, because we don't have enough sod for that. But another pallet would, well, not even a whole pallet, but you know, maybe next year we'll get them to do another pallet. We're gonna we're gonna trim all the bushes, get that crepe myrtle. We trimmed that crepe myrtle back in February. Trim all these rose bushes, trim all these bushes, and redo all the pine straw, and get in here with yeah, man, it just I hope we get some freaking rain, because one thing I've noticed over here, there is no freaking water hose nowhere. There's no spigot on the front side of this building, and that's a problem, man. I'll be over here watering this tomorrow, because when you're a contractor and you do this kind of work, it cannot die. It has to work. So this is just part one of the cleanup over here. I almost should have, we should have done over here. Yeah. I mean, there's a thousand ways we could have done it. We could have started up there and ran a straight line and then worked our way down, but we would have ran out of grass. And then we would have had a big bald spot between. At least this way, we could throw pine straw in there all the way up against the building. And I even got fabric we can put down if we want to. And yeah, so that's well, as good as it's gonna get today. It looks like hell now, but it won't when it starts growing. It'll be right on point, man. So it's 1:30. Pretty good day, man, really. We got 2 jobs out of the way. You know, since we got, you know, kicked off the 50-acre site, we didn't miss a beat. You know, we might not made quite as much money, but it didn't cost me as much either. And you know, there's a lot of unseen costs when you're cutting big acreage. A lot of things can go wrong too. You know, you can tear up a lawnmower. Really, you know, I mean, when you're cutting big acreage like that, you can tear up a lawnmower a lot more often than what you might think. A lot more. So, yeah. All right, y'all put up to the house. Y'all know what it is. It's semi time 30, y'all. See ya.